Everybody, hope you're doing well. Listen, we're going to go ahead and just get into it. This one lady, the next one is going to be very interesting, these two posts. And listen carefully because this is what women do. As I said before, I said again, what are we teaching our daughters? So listen to these two clips and we're going to have the conversation. Forward. And if you're younger than me, I would love to share some of the things that no one ever told me at your age. Stop accepting breadcrumbs from people and calling it a meal. You're starving your heart. You can never be his peace when he's your source of chaos. Never lower your standards just because you're tired of waiting on God's timing. A man who's emotionally unavailable is not a mystery to solve. He's a dead end. If he only acts right when you're pulling away, he's treating you like a challenge and not a priority. A man who respects you will never keep you waiting for clarity or commitment. Stop holding on to the memories of who he was and pay attention to who he's showing you he is right now. Boom. If he's not adding to your life, he's just taking up space. You're not a therapist. Stop trying to heal what he refuses to even address. Stop giving second chances to someone who wasted the first. And you don't need closure. His actions were loud enough. Thank you. Remember, always choose you. Hope that helps. Never take relationship advice from an older Christian woman who have been married for a long time. Take it from a woman who have been around the block, divorced, single, and is now back in a relationship. Those women will never lead you astray. A Christian woman will see your man hurting you and still encourage you to stay in the relationship. That is so true. Oh my gosh, that is so true. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But oh, the Christian lady, the church lady, yeah, I may want to watch your back. Story time. This lady, now it could be people say it's her karma, but still. So this lady, she was young, out there in the club having a good time, running the streets. She was a side chick, and they were both in the church. The man got divorced, and he married her. Being that she likes to run the streets, very attractive woman, nice body, and all of that. They had quite a few children together. Okay. Had a home. Then all of a sudden, he did make some decent money, but he's still paying for the first wife in that home, and now they have a home. So he's still paying for two households because he had like I think two or three daughters with the first wife. So the first wife got that house, and he was paying child support. So now he's got a second family, so he's paying for two families still. Anyway, as they start having more kids, you don't have time to be all glamorous and all that. So her looks started kind of going down a little bit. I mean, she was still nice, but she wasn't getting all glammed up, and he wasn't taking her out. But all of a sudden, guess what? He was still going out. Oh, yes, ma'am. The husband, he was still going out. The husband was going out on dates. Yeah, he was. And getting all dressed up, leaving her at home. She didn't start complaining. She was like, I'm just home with the kids all the time, and that, he's acting differently, yada yada yada. She was very unhappy. So she had talked to like some other young women, and they were telling her like, you need to go ahead and try to get you something else going. Maybe try to get a little hobby on the side that you can make some money, like a side hustle. Getting a job was out of the equation because they had like, I think at this time, this chick has come out with like maybe the fourth child. So it's like with daycare, that's not even going to be an option. These kids were like literally stair step. So daycare, that is not going to be an option. It's not. And he wasn't going to pay for it. So the younger people that she knew around her age, they were telling her, hey, you need to try to find a way to make some money on your own. You know what I'm saying? Try to get something going. And she was like, well, I'm at home with the kids all the time and I raise kids. That's what I do. And keep in mind, only one of the kids was like in kindergarten. The rest, you got three at the house. So they were like literally like stir step. You got one going to school and then you got three at the house. So it's like, hey, you got to do what you have to do. But they encouraged her to find her own identity. She went to the older church ladies, and the church ladies, I kind of believe what they were telling her.
They were telling her, hey, you just gotta, stick it through. You're in a marriage now and you gotta be suffering. Oh my gosh, who's not tired of the struggle of love? I think sometimes too is part of certain communities and part of the church. So then check this out. Keep in mind, he's still getting dolled up, wearing very nice suits, and he's going out. And she knew darn well that he was going out to clubs. But it's like, so you got a business meeting on a weeknight and every weekend? No, it's not working out like that. It's nah. That's not even it. So she complained so much that guess what the husband came up with? She said, after her complaining, what have you, he told her, I'm gonna go ahead and move you someplace else. You can get some space. Guess what it was? He wanted her to leave the home with the four children. He had found a trailer, as in manufactured home trailer, and it wasn't even in the trailer park with other people. He had found a trailer on some land way far out, like we would call Boo and Cooterville. On some land, nobody around. I mean, you could blast your music all day long. There was nobody around. And said to her, he was willing to take her and the children and put them out there. The word near was school going to be. He would take her and the children and put her and the children out there. And so he was going to stay in the city in the home. And she was like, I don't know anybody out there. I'll be all alone. And she said, it's desolate out there. She said, it is literally, he took her out, it is literally a trailer on a whole bunch of land with nobody else around. He was going to take her and leave her there with the kids. And she was like, I don't want to go out there. She's like, there's nobody out there. She's like, this is terrifying. She's like, I'm scared, but he's going to stay in the city in the house. Do you know what the church ladies told her again? What did this lady say? Not to take advice on. And I totally
You don't need
agree.
closure.
I totally agree. Never listen to who? Do not listen to the so-called Christian church lady who've been married for
Never years. Take relationship advice from an older Christian woman who have been married for a long time. Take it from a woman who have been around the block, divorced, single, and is now back in a relationship. Those women will never lead you astray. A Christian woman will see your man hurting you and still encourage you to stay in the relationship.
Because guess what? That's probably what she's done. And misery loves company. So when she told the older woman that, the older lady told her, the Christian lady told her, you are married now and you need to go ahead and try to work this out. Just go ahead and go on out there. And what you need to do is just, keep your house clean and see about your kids. Just see about your kids. What about her as an individual? Now, me, I would have told her, what you need to do then is go ahead and get an attorney right now. First of all, get a copy of all his financials because men will lie. Don't just go jump. You need to go and see what you're working with. So while he's gone, get a copy of all his financials, get the bank statements, account numbers, get everything you can and make a copy. Then get your file together and then see if someone can watch the kids for a little bit and you take your paperwork and then you go and check with an attorney and not somebody in the darn church, okay? Because that's going to be a blabbermouth. It'll be the receptionist. Guess who came in there? So go ahead and go way out and get somebody that they do not know, okay? Be smart. Don't be slow. Have them to look at the financials and let them know how do they see a financial future working out for you if you file for divorce. That's what you need to do. Child support. You need to list everything. Get a financial picture first. And if it's feasible, oh, he was also controlling the money. And if it's feasible, you might want to consider because you're not happy, you're sad, you're up here crying. You need to go ahead and maybe see what you could get in a divorce, then go ahead and file. Then when he comes home, you can have him served where he can go out and live in that trailer in the middle of no man's land. Yeah, that's what I would advise to do. And get your child support. And in the meantime, you're going to have to buckle up, honey, and start doing some kind of night school or find some kind of work to do. I don't care. You're going to have to buckle up. Maybe put yourself out as an assistant, fire, or do something. You wish they didn't have fiber then, but you're going to have to buckle up and try to get it done. That's what you're going to have to do. But no, I come to tell that lady, just go ahead and go out there and just take care of your children. Make sure you have food for them and cook and clean. Girl, what the hell is this? Little House on the Prairie? That is what the older church ladies told her to do. Why? Misery loves company. Fast forward, I'm so glad she didn't go forward. Oh, I'm so glad she didn't go forward on what the older Christian church ladies married for eons told her to do, because we already found out that he was acting a fool too, the one that gave her that bad advice. I am so glad that she didn't listen. No, she listened to the city girls, not the group, but you know what I mean, the young ones her age. So guess what she did? She filed for, what she did, first of all, feeling trapped. He came home and she was gone. He came home. She had somebody to watch the kids. He came home and she was gone. And she just ran and left that man with those kids. And then she later filed for divorce and gave him custody. Yeah. But yeah, the Christian ladies were telling her to go. It was like you don't have options. Why would a man put you way out there in the trailer park on some land, nobody around, boo and Cooterville, but he's staying in the house in the city? Girl, that's his way of getting rid of you. See, some women don't seem to recognize you can be a side chick, but see, when a side chick, she marries the man, guess what? Girl, he's already seen that show. The excitement is gone. He may have found more excitement by having both a wife and a side chick. That can sometimes be the excitement. But then the side chick is thinking, well, I'm going to be wife number two. We're going to be happy. And he's like, oh man, I already done this before. I know how this turns out. I'm bored. So guess what he's doing? Just like she was a side chick during the first marriage. Now he's married her. Why is he going on these dates all dressed up? And she's like, no, he goes out the club because she knows how he does. Why? She was with him before the first time. She knows how he operates. So you're thinking it's going to be, holy matrimony and we're going to be happy together. No, you getting the same Moby Dick as when you were a side chick. Only thing is, it's a role reversal. So now you're the wife and you're expecting some kind of loyalty. Good luck with that. But yes, that's why so many young women can go astray. It blows my mind. I was like, so basically, she doesn't matter. All you're telling her to do is just stay in this marriage and cook and clean and do what he wants. See, if he comes around, this is your husband, girl. Bye. But again, I am so happy that she didn't listen to the nonsense, because to me, that is just total nonsense. It is total nonsense. It is total nonsense. When it's done, yes, I'll always choose you. This is not to be offensive to now. If you're that Christian lady and this is not who you are, great. But women will do this because you know why? Misery loves company. And I hate to tell you, some women, they don't want to see another woman happy. If they're going through it, they want you to go through it too. Oh, I had to dig that love out the mud. Well, you can have that because I won't be checking for no mud love. That's okay. I'm good. I'd rather be single. But yeah, you wonder why the struggle love continues. I hate to tell you, part of the struggle love in the culture is, in my opinion, is coming from the church.
You. Hope that helps. Never take relationship advice from an older Christian woman who have been married for a long time. Take it from a woman who have been around the block, divorced, single, and is now back in a relationship. Those women will never lead you astray. A Christian woman will see your man hurting you and still encourage you to stay in the relationship.
And that's why the struggle love bus is so full. Women don't want to get off. These are hard conversations, but it's also a reality. It needs to be said. They'll see you're miserable. Guess what? They're miserable too. But yeah, old girl flipped the script. She flipped the script. She never did move out there. Again, one day he came home and she was gone. She ran off, packed her suitcase, and left him with those children. Then the going out stopped. But yeah, Get it out the mud, misery loves company. And that's why we have this continuous cycle, part of the culture. And also, it's also coming from the church, whether we want to face it or not. Am I saying every Christian lady? No, but I've already know, I'm speaking on what I've seen. A lot of this is so very true. Don't even trust it. Oh, you got to keep on going. You got to get that love out the mud. It might drive you crazy, but you got your man and some babies. That's okay. Ladies, always choose you. Remember, you are the CEO, the CFO, the COO of your life. Please act like it, and I'm out.